Hello, Leo. I'm Adriana, and I have an intuitive reading for you today. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to look at some animal oracle cards first to get a kind of a flavor. We've got the snow leopard and the dog. This is a strong message of considering your loyalties. Look out for your loyalties. Not only who you are loyal to, but who is loyal to you. I feel like this is a little bit of a kind of a wake-up call to really consider those that you consider loyal and look at if they are actually loyal or not. I had this happen with a friend. She had thought that someone was loyal to her for, I don't know, 20, 30 years, and then it kind of turns out this person wasn't. And this is a message to keep that in mind, and always remember that your loyalty is to yourself first. When you find out that someone is not loyal to you, it can be really, really kind of a shaking experience, like someone you thought you could lean on and someone you thought really had your best interest at heart didn't. That's a very, very kind of scary moment. So just keep this in mind as you look at those that are loyal to you and look at those that you are loyal to. Are they still deserving of your loyalty? Those kind of questions. Okay, so let's see where you are. Where is Leo today? 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. So we're pretty celebratory, I would think, Leo. So you've accomplished something big, and this is about being able to share it with others. There's a nice communal aspect going on with both of these cards, and I'm thinking that for some of you this has to do with being recognized by a group, kind of like a promotional thing, or maybe you did something a little extra and you got special recognition for it. So we've got some nice kind of positive energy going there. Let's look at what else is going on. Okay, message for the situation, please. Okay, I feel like I need to ask a different question. What is challenging Leo at the moment? Okay. 9 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, and Ace of Swords. It's like you don't see this accomplishment as a big enough deal. Okay, 9 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, and Sword. What's interesting here is you got 9 of Pentacles and a 1. I know it's a different suit, but that's our 10. Okay, so there's something about this that on the inside, is it that you're, hang on. I'm feeling like this is about not staying in this position too long, but keeping moving, okay? Yeah, the accolades are great. Yeah, this worked out well for you, but keep going, okay? Because this receiving of accolades is changing your idea about yourself, about what you need to be manifesting in the future. You're being called to do a kind of perceptual shift on this, okay? Let me get a little more clarity about what they're talking about. These cards are saying, what is this shift? What perception needs to be shifted? Prince of Swords, another sword, and 10 of Swords. Okay, 10 of Swords, Prince of Swords. The ending of action. Okay, I see. This is the resting on your laurels thing, Leo. You're thinking because you've accomplished this and everyone's seeing and everyone's celebrating, this is great. You're thinking like, this is it. I don't need to keep moving. I don't need to keep doing things. I don't need to keep searching. I don't need to keep moving things forward. And that's not the case. So what you're actually having a hard time doing is getting restarted. We've got both aces here, both ones, I mean, not aces, Ace of Swords and 10 of Swords. You're having a hard time getting yourself started again because you had such good success. It would be kind of like, and if you're one of these people, I highly salute you. You know, sometimes you look at people who have multiple kids and then you start to do the math and you start to see, okay, wait a second, there's not a whole lot of time between these kids. So was this poor woman continually pregnant? It's kind of like it would, if you were in a situation of having to give birth, and this is a long, 9-month thing, it's hard, it's arduous, it takes a lot of energy out of you. And to say like to someone, look, you have to turn around and do this again, I can't imagine the strength of mind you'd have to have and the strength of self to really get through all of that. So the point is that it's really hard to get moving again once you've accomplished something good, Leo, and you're thinking like, okay, I've done it, I don't need to keep going. But that is a challenge for you right now, is continuing to keep moving, continuing to come up with new inspirations, new ideas, new way forwards. You need to keep moving. What is the lesson in all of this? Actually, let's ask where you're not wanting to move. I think that will be more helpful for you at this point. Okay, Star, 7 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. There's a lot of introspection going on the sides of these cards, the Hermit and the Star. It's energy that pulls you inward to yourself, and you realize in the introspection that it's time to move on. It's time to end this phase and start a new phase. It doesn't really feel like this is about a relationship. This does feel more work related. Could be relationship, but I feel more strongly work. And it's this inward voice that's trying to talk to you, saying we've got to cut ourselves off, do something different. Look at this cutting imagery in both of these cards. We've got to do something different here, and it's time to move on in a new direction. But it's kind of like, but I'm comfortable here, I don't want to move on somewhere. But yet you have this little voice, this little sense about you that's like, no, I really think we need to move on. So let's get your soul message in all of this. What is your soul teaching you and communicating with you about through this situation? Ten of Wands, the Moon, and the Nine of Cups. So, Leo, this is about understanding that it's not that hard of work for you to accomplish your desires. The Moon is telling you it's going to be too hard. I can't handle all this. I can't, for me to start over, to start in this new direction or go to this new place you're telling me to go, I can't do it. It's too hard. And that is what the Moon card is making you believe, that you can't actually get through that emotional heaviness or that emotional resistance about being able to start over. The Nine of Cups is your desires coming too easily. The Ten of Wands is you having to work really hard for your desires. And of course, we all want them to come easily. But the Moon goes in there saying, but hard work makes this process not worth it. What I love is you've got the Ace of Swords coming up out of that water, saying, no, I can decide that this will be different. I can decide that this will be easier. One thing that makes things that can help you with this, Leo, is the idea that if you get something too easily, we don't necessarily value it. And as a fixed sign, Leo, a lot of your life lessons are around valuation of yourself, valuation of others, how this all works together. So if you have to work hard for something, it means that it will mean a lot to you and it will be even more rewarding. Okay, sometimes when things come too easily, we don't really value them and we discard them more easily. But things that we have to work towards that are very hard, we hold in closer esteem in our hearts. I think, going back to that childbirth metaphor, that's the reason why childbirth is so hard. Because Mother Nature is saying, are you really going to commit to this? And if it were easy to pop out kids, if it were easy to go through childbirth, maybe we wouldn't be such good caregivers. Maybe we wouldn't be called to take such good care. But when it really takes a long, hard, arduous process to get something, you don't let go of it so easily. It's like, no, I worked so hard to get this. I'm not going to let go. And that kind of spiritual sinew and muscle is so important on this path, because you do have to work very hard for things. But the reason is because when we're in this process of transforming our souls and opening up to positive and more and higher vibrations, we're not really wanting to let go of that so easily. If that were easy to do, we'd be up and down and up and down and up and down. Wouldn't mean anything. But when you work and work and work to overcome part of your shadow, you're not going to go back to the old pattern so easily. Okay, so this is about embracing the hard work as part of the process, part of the journey. So Leo, I'm going to create an extended version for you. If this has resonated with you and you'd like to check it out, you can rent it below. There's a link in the description. I'm going to keep pulling cards about how you can make this process more palatable for you, any insights or tips that come up, and we'll see what else comes out. So I'll see you over there.